Good day, folks. In this lesson, we're going to be adding the player script and doing some adjustments to the game manager. So the first thing is we're going to be using some variables that in our player script that we need to sort of create in our game manager. So we're going to go ahead and fire up our game manager script, okay? Now I have it so that I'm going to type it in this lesson, but just so that we can avoid mistakes, I've also included the code I'm about to write just in the in here. And let me actually make it a quick adjustment, because this is something that I had actually, when I recorded this tutorial for the first time, an issue I encountered. So there we go. Okay, so I'll be typing these out, but also just note that you can paste them if you'd prefer to do it that way. Okay, so we're going to be adding a variable just called player food points. So a variable is going to be something that's going to vary or change throughout the course of our of the running of this program. So I'm going to go ahead and just increase the size of this so you guys can see this. Okay, so we're going to be creating a variable called let's see here. We're going to call it player food points. So public int an integer player food points equals 100, and that's going to basically be, this will be a number that we can adjust, during the course of our game, or you could have a different starting amount of food. We're then going to create something as far as player's turn, and we're going to say here. We'll do open bracket hide in inspector public bool player's turn equals true, and we'll put a semicolon at the end. Okay, so we've made two sort of variables here, a player's turn and a player food points. Now we're going to go ahead and add a function. We're going to call this game over, public void game over. No parameters, and we're going to do a squiggly bracket, and we're going to say here enabled equals false to start off. Okay, and then let's just do close bracket. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this, and then that will reload once we come over here. The next thing we're going to do is create a player script. So let's go ahead, let's add a C# script. We're going to call it player, and this will be in just linked in Schoology. Okay, so just call this player. Okay, and same deal. Let's go ahead, reveal in Finder. Go ahead and open just in TextEdit, and then what we can do is just reference the script that I've included in here. I also, of course, will include the deep dive what in this as far as the Schoology reference. Let's go ahead here and paste this in. Okay, so let's go ahead then with let's let the player object import. Okay, that should be good. And let's go ahead to the player prefab. And then what we're going to be doing is add component, and then we'll go here to our scripts that we created. And it's going to be this player sort of script. There we go. And then the blocking layer we're going to set to blocking layer. And you can see there's some of the references to the variables like in the course of the game, as far as points per food, points per soda, and different things like with wall damage. So I know when we had set up before, as far as our walls, they had a certain amount of HP. So it'll be some of the things that you can adjust down the road. Okay, folks, that's it for this one. I wish you the best of luck. Good stuff.